Hello everyone and warm welcome to KNL's webinar. My name is Elisa Mattila. I'm working here at KNL as a marketing and communication manager. We are delighted to have you here today. Here's a quick overview of agenda. I'll give you a short presentation of KNL team joining here today. After that, our CEO, Toni Lindén, will tell us shortly KNL and summary of the last year. This presentation is followed by very interesting insights of KNL1 performance measurements by Mikko from the Finnish Defence Forces. And finally, we get to see CNHF Manpack almost straight from the product line. Emeli Kyräläinen will tell us and show more of that. In the end of this event, we have time for questions and answers. You can send questions via chat or Q&A function. We will go those through in the end. And here's our team from KNL today to answer your questions. Toni and Emeli you will see shortly. Brian Adolfsen and Hua Pham are located in Southeast Asia and are online here with us. Matti Raustia and Harri Romppainen are here in webinar studio with us. Welcome once again, and let's start with Toni.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to see such a large audience joining our webinar, and I hope that you find this event interesting. I will first introduce KNL briefly and tell a bit about our design principles and philosophy, and then you will hear the results from the over-the-air tests. So what we do in KNL is that we focus on beyond line of sight communication. We started the company with understanding that the legacy HF radio systems, they don't utilize the performance what HF frequency band is able to deliver. And thus there's a room to revolutionize the HF communication by using a modern digital technologies. Digitalization of battlefield has been ongoing for at least a decade, and this unfortunate war in Ukraine has speeded up the modernization of battlefield globally. One of the lessons learned from Ukraine is that systems like Starlink has gained a lot of attention, but that's not because of a particularly good product market fit. But to us, it proves that the legacy HF is not suitable to meet the user requirements of today's battlefield. Legacy HF radios can't support user requirements. It's too slow and too unreliable. The approach we have taken in KNL is that we took the traditional HF frequency band that already Marconi used back in the days to send across Atlantic transmissions, and basically completely reworked everything on top of physics. This makes KNL system to be fully interoperable with the modern requirements, and it meets the user requirements of the modern military operation in the digitalized battlefield. With KNL system, we managed to hide the complexity of HF spectrum and take it so far that users don't even need to know or understand that they are using HF frequency band. Also, the product structure that is very modular, it makes the solution to be cost efficient, easy and fast to develop and maintain. And it also enables effective business models for our partners to utilize. A quick recap for the year 2023. That was a year of steady growth for KNL, and during 23 we built the basis for the global scale up. This includes commercializing the Manpack and building military grade type approved Manpack solution in record time. and with that, opening new markets both in Europe and Southeast Asia. We also scale up the team to meet the requirements our partners and customers have for the support and building new businesses and answering the different opportunities. And we completed the process for ISO 9001 and AQAP certification to prove the commercial maturity of the company. So we are now at the stage where we are ready to scale up the business globally, and our target is to make the CNHF to be de facto HF waveform for defense and security business globally. Instead of building our own country organization and sales to the different regions, we have selected approach where we invite our partners to work together with us on the different opportunities and create business together, where we see that we have something to contribute, and that enables a new kind of a business for our partners as well. Therefore, I'm very happy to see such a large number of partners joining this webinar, basically from all time zones, from US to Southeast Asia and Oceania. So thanks for taking the time to join to us.
My name is Emeli Kyräläinen, and I am working here at KNL as product manager. Today I will present our latest addition to portfolio, CNHF Manpack, software-defined tactical radio. But let's start with a couple words about our key technologies and product line. Our CNHF system is cognitive and fully automatic, ensuring reliable communication. And as Mikko just presented, CNHF offers extremely fast link establishment. It is capable of operating as an independent network. There is no need of GPS connection or any other infrastructure. Cognitive radio adapts always to existing conditions. Our product portfolio includes CNHF-1 base station and CNHF Manpack radios, and it will be soon extended with interoperability device. ID device can be used to upgrade legacy radios to secure and digital communication system. Our software portfolio includes different options, and both radios, base station and Manpack, can utilize same software feature. Let's go next a little bit deeper with CNHF Manpack. Heart of our Manpack radio is modern and fully digital software-defined radio architecture. It's extremely flexible and footwear-proof platform. Software-defined platform makes remote configurations, new features, and software updates possible. It is complete solution in one device. CNHF waveform is combat resistant. It can be operated in full jammed and limited electromagnetic environments. Manpack GNS independent ALE supports more than 4,000 calling channels listened simultaneously. Device is also compatible with CNF1 base station and with CNF ID device. Manpack offers wide range of services for various use cases. Examples of these services are data, email, digital encrypted voice, and instant messaging. Our innovative multi-hop feature maintains connection and finds new route automatically. If certain link fails, data can be routed via other station. Manpack is reliable and secure. Example, all data is transmitted using AES-256 encryption. And for modern communication systems, ease of integration is very important. Our system is equipped with standard interfaces, and these includes XMPP, SMTP, IMAP interfaces. Device is also easy to use. Device can be operated via web user interface, and it is terminal independent. Training period of users is always short. Here you can see technical specification of our Manpack radio, but I will not go into details at this point. I wanted only to note that you can find more information and product card from our website. And now I will move on to presentation of our Manpack radio itself. Okay. CNHF Manpack is compact and light to carry, but still very robust. Radio has been tested for harsh environmental conditions at third-party test laboratories according to MIL standards. And I can show that one unique feature of our Manpack radio is that battery compartment is built inside the frame of radio. So you don't need to use any kind of separate battery boxes or cases. Battery is located here. Military standard rechargeable and non-rechargeable batteries are supported. Battery type is PP2590. In cold ambient temperatures, hardware of the radio keeps battery warm and prevents drop of the capacity. Likewise, when ambient temperature is high, hardware cools battery, keeping temperature lower. And latest software-defined radio technology ensures that power consumption of our radio is low. Manpack radio has extensive catalog of built-in features to supporting wide range of use cases. Wired Ethernet connection or wireless Wi-Fi connection can be used to connect networks. Device has also built-in LTE module and antenna. Nano SIM card is hidden under the lid in here front panel. Regarding the location information, device has built-in GPS receiver and antenna. And you can use external antennas with these modules. SMA connectors are located here in front panel. Built-in antenna tuner is very useful feature for the usability of different types of antennas. And as you can see, in addition to web user interface, Manpack has also built-in radio user interface with color display and keys. User can log in with credential and operate core features. Example, email, instant messaging, and voice features are supported. User interface is graphical and equipped with icons indicating operating mode and status of system. Radio is equipped with several connectors, which and our optional adapter cables allows use of various accessories. DC power supply input is located here in the rear panel, and it supports DC voltage range from 20 to 32 volts. Other connectors are located here in front panel, and those includes data, audio, USB, and Ethernet connection. USB-C connector provides power input and power output in addition to data connection. Audio adapter allows to connect traditional handset or headset with standard connector to the radio. External antennas or accessories can be controlled via serial interface of data connector. When I look this packet, I can say that our Manpack is ready to support you with all kind of use cases. And as Tony already mentioned, we started production and deliveries of Manpack radios last autumn. So we are ready to support your needs. I hope that this short presentation has given insight of what modern tactical communication looks like. Thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Now we have time for questions and answers. You have sent few questions, so let's go them through. So the first one is, will the radio use any HF frequency or only the ones allocated by Spectrum Authority?
Yeah, maybe I can take this one. So we are fully compliant with the ITU-R requirements for the HF spectrum usage. So we do interoperate directly with the frequency authorities requirements. The radio is configured through the web-based user interface, and there the user can set freely the frequency usage to cover the allowed frequencies and define which frequencies are forbidden and where to put the transmissions. So we do not use kind of any frequency. We follow the regulation, and also the data transmission follows the ITU-R requirements. So the spectrum mask is very strict to meet those requirements.
Okay, thanks. Can, for example, 12-week car battery used? Can battery be used?
Can you repeat it?
Can you example use a 12-week car battery?
Yeah, so that built inside power supply input supports only 20 to 32 volts, but you can use DC-DC converter to example with these 12 volts batteries.
Yeah. Okay. Do you use any of the HF house standardized waveform modes?
In practice, when we started developing the system, we went through the HF house standards, and the outcome was that if one wants to build any kind of a new performance, you can't do it by following the 5066 or other standards. So we have actually decided to solve the interoperability issues on a bit different way, because we have a full interoperability with the C5 ISR systems. That is kind of a natural to build the interoperability on the higher layer of the protocol stack. That said, the modem we use basically follows the 110C wideband like characteristics. It's not built exactly how the 110C defines the modem, but it is a single carrier modem utilizing the same modulations and bandwidths. Our approach, if there will be like a next generation wideband coalition waveform in the future, is that the radios can support multiple waveforms at the same time. For end customer with such a requirement, there would be an option available to run the radio with the proprietary waveform with the highest performance, or the coalition waveform for the interoperability when that kind of a waveform is defined. But we don't have the legacy 5066 or HF house standards implemented in the radio because we haven't experienced the use case for that. And the interoperability device we are now working on that solves over-the-air interoperability issue basically with any third-party legacy HF radio, meaning that you can combine different radios from different vendors in the same network, and you can also include CNHF Manpack and CNHF One radios in the same network with any third-party legacy radio, and the network is optimized so that you will always get the best performance the radio platform is able to provide.
Yes, thank you. And then we have an answer for that solar storm. Mikko answered here in chat. During 2020 tests, there was a single solar storm in which we could see a rise of background noise levels. Higher at low frequencies, lower at higher frequencies. And then one question, have you investigated interoperability with any other manufacturer HF radio?
Yes, so basically, as already briefly described, the CNHF interoperability device that we're looking to productize during this year will provide interoperability with any third-party HF radio, as long as the radio has capability to control the radio with, through the software. So we have already demonstrated that capability with a number of different vendor radios, and that will be commercially available during the course of 2024.
Yeah. And then, can system operate during GPS deny?
Yes, so the system is completely GPS and time independent, so we don't need any kind of a network synchronization, GPS location or time reference. It is completely isolated infrastructure independent system. So when the GPS is denied, we have it has basically no impact on the system operation.
And then I think this is the last one. Do you have any security certification? Can it be used for NATO secret data?
Yeah, the security certification is work in progress. Again, since the whole ideology of how to use HF and to provide HF as an integrated part of the communication infrastructure, and fully interoperable with the fixed networks, satellite networks, high frequency band, IP-based radios, and so on. What we often see is that the encryption is actually provided on the higher layer. In our solution, HF is no more isolated point-to-point solution. It is an internal part of the total communication infrastructure, and like the name of the system, CNHF, standing for Cognitive Networked HF, means that for example, on the communication side, we have separated kind of the physical communication and the logical communication, just like you do on the modern communication networks. So we are working for security certificates for the encryption, and that is ongoing. But at the same time, the system supports additional cryptos. You can have it on the application layer, for example.
Yeah, and then does the encryption need GPS to work?
No, it doesn't require GPS to work.
Okay, and then about the antennas, what kind of antennas are used on mobile?
So basically, customers can use almost any type of antennas, because one unique feature in CNHF Manpack is that it has a built-in antenna tuner in the radio. And with the antenna tuner, we don't mean like a traditional way that you can select like a predefined antennas, if it's a wipe antenna or if it's a matched antenna. But we actually have a full-blown antenna tuner, meaning that it can tune basically a random wire or whatever antenna. Typically, we see quite often the solutions on the mobile installations to be like very traditional wipe antennas. It can be like a straight wipe or the bended wipe, and the system can operate also with the different loop antenna solutions.
Yeah. Did the Manpack radio need to use PC/laptop for operation? Can we use microphone speaker like conventional HF?
Yes, so there is no requirement to use PC or laptop for operating Manpack. The normal use case is that the end customer has some kind of an end device, because of a user experience. That can be a mobile phone, it can be a tablet, or it can be a rugged laptop. The wireless interfaces and wired interfaces in the radio allows basically any handset or terminal to be connected directly to the radio. And since the services are web-based, you don't need to have any dedicated application on the terminal equipment to use the radio. There is also built-in user interface in the radio, where you can use the normal services like a chat functionality and email and sending a short messages. So you don't need to have the dedicated end device for to operate Manpack, but that's kind of the preferred way of doing it because of a user experience and the services you get through the dedicated end device. But it doesn't need to be computer. It can be a phone. It can be a tablet. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Do you plan to have a RF power amplifier for the CNHF Manpack, or in vehicle application and base station?
Yes. So currently the product structure is such that for the high power installations like a base station, stationary naval installations, we provide the rack mounted version of the radio that has a higher power output. But we are planning to introduce the power amplifier for Manpack at the later stage. That said, it's very important to understand that the traditional way of using HF frequency band has been that kind of the signals compete on the signal level and the transmit power on HF, because there hasn't been capability to use the frequencies in a smart way. What CNHF waveform does is that we always find free spots in the spectrum, and therefore we need a lot less power than the legacy systems to achieve the high data rate over HF.
Yeah. Are you going to participate on HFIA event, I guess?
Yes, I think in next event in San Diego, I think it was, it will be Matti Raustia, who is running our defense business, and Harri Romppainen, who has the responsibility of building the strategic partnerships for KNL. So both those gentlemen will be present in San Diego.
What is the rate of frequency hopping? Does the frequency hopping need GPS to work?
The frequency hopping or the frequency kind of agility in our system, it doesn't require GPS to work. And how the system works is that we use different frequencies for different kind of data. So for the RTS, CTS data and acknowledgements, we use different frequencies that basically kind of utilize the spectrum in the most efficient way, but it also adds an extra layer of protection in electronic warfare cases. But when the data transmission is ongoing, we don't have the frequency hopping during the transmission of data packages.
Do you have plan for implement this HF radio for naval platform? And how about the MIL STD tests?
Yes. So we have plenty of installations on the naval platform, both on the commercial and defense security side. In most cases, the naval installations utilize the rack-mounted version of the radio that fits into the 19-inch rack, and it's 6 units high. That has all the required maritime type approvals and certifications for interoperability on the vessel environment and safety in such a harass environment.
Yeah. And are there any spectral plots of the signal available to us, or waterfall plots?
Yes. So the radios provide the full spectrum view for the end user, and that's very efficient tool. Let's say for the radio officers, for example, when they set up the station, they immediately see the noise levels and what is happening in the spectrum. So we do provide the same basically spectrum information. What the radio uses for the cognitive engine, we also use that and visualize that in the radio UI.
Okay. Would CNHF Manpack or rack mount version support ED 137 VoIP?
I gotta say that I'm not an expert of that particular standard, but the voice applications are supported in rack-mounted version radio and the Manpack. There is already like a secure digital voice implementation and the push-to-talk voice, both for digital voice and analog voice, will be released shortly.
And then this CNHF ID, when is the ID be available?
The current plan is that the CNHF ID will be available at the later stage this year.
Lots of questions. How do voice conversation, can we use the microphone connected direct to device or via laptop or handphone?
Yes, so both options are available. So you can use either the voice through the web UI, or for the Manpack you can plug in a handset for more like a conventional way of using a voice over HF.
How about the data link protocol, DLP, and automatic link establishment, ALE, STANAC 4538, encryption AES for email and chat?
Yes, so basically we use AES 256 as a system level crypto. It means that in our solution, not a single bit is transmitted over the air without encryption. So also all the handshakes, the linking information, control data, everything is AES 256 encrypted, and the end customer has a full control of the key management of the crypto, and there's different options available for either for static crypto or changing crypto keys. So AES 256 is used for all the communication, including the linking protocol, link establishment, and also payload. But then, if customer has a requirement to use like a different crypto for the applications, that is fully doable and in use in multiple applications.
And when the product ready on market, I don't know, Manpack is ready.
Yes, so the first deliveries of Manpack is ongoing, and the production is ongoing. The rack-mounted version of the radio, that's been commercially available already for some years, and we do have I would say significant number of installations with that product. And then the interoperability device will be commercially available during this year.
Yeah. One more. Is there a document describes that ALE protocol?
On the kind of that is a proprietary protocol. So we provide the description under the NDA. So we don't have like an open description of the details. You get the in our product materials you can find on our website. You can get the principal idea, but for a detailed description we only provide that under NDA.
Yeah, we are closing this webinar. And before we say thank you and bye, I want to remind you to subscribe our newsletter if you haven't done it yet. We are also participating in DSA in Kuala Lumpur in May in Southeast Asia area and in Eurosatori in Paris in June. Hope we see you there. Thank you very much for participating and have a good day.